All right, so this is the Crush the Cup Emerald Push Call, and I'm so excited to have everybody on here from all different teams. Some of this is going to be review for you guys, but honestly, whether you're an Emerald pushing for Emerald or you're looking to build Emeralds, I feel like, either, hello.
Hello, I'm just going to sit in and listen.
Great. So I feel like either you're going to take away some action steps, things that you need to do, some knowledge, some nuggets that you can apply so that you hit Emerald, or if you're looking to grow Emeralds, this kind of presentation, this kind of conversation should be had with your personally sponsored coaches to encourage them to be working towards their Emerald rank. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
You gonna be making noise?
No.
Okay, great. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen with you. I've put together a Google Slides presentation, and I'll also, obviously we were just saying this is gonna be recorded, but I'll also share the Google Slides so that people have them to refer to when they go back and listen to the call, or, just to have them. So I'm going to share my screen. I made sure I cleaned it up for you guys. I had all these tabs open and just wild messiness. So I'm not going to expand my screen. Is that okay? I like seeing people's faces. I love your faces. Okay, great. So I have titled this Google Slides presentation, 2 Weeks to Shiny Emerald, and here's why. At the beginning of my journey as a coach, sort of like all of us can relate to, we sort of flounder a little bit, and we learn about, how to onboard coaches and the best way to grow our businesses, and we sort of learn as we go. We fail forward, and that's totally fine. But one thing I wasn't really hammering home was, the urgency to hit Emerald, and more importantly, how easy it can be to hit Emerald. Emerald is 2 people, 1, 2, piece of cake, and it can be done within 2 weeks. And I forget at which point in my business it was that I realized this, or how many months ago it was, but something clicked, and I said to myself, you know what, I need to start telling these new coaches that I'm onboarding, I need to start telling them, your goal is going to be to hit Emerald within your first 2 weeks as a coach. And I'm going to give you the tools that you need to do that. And I'm going to give you the resources, and we're just going to go with it. And literally, ever since I have implemented that mindset, that way of thinking, 9 out of 10 coaches, not that I have 10 coaches underneath me, but just to give you, a perspective, 9 out of 10 coaches have done it. And those who haven't don't want it. That's basically it. This quote, believe that you can and you're halfway there. We know that everything in this business is mindset, you guys. If you believe that, and I posted this yesterday, thank you for the wonderful book, Lindsay. I'm loving my book that you gave me. If you believe that you can move mountains, you will. If you believe you can't, you better bet your booty that you're not going to. Plain and simple. What you believe, you will bring to fruition, and what you don't believe, you won't bring to fruition. So you're always right 100% of the time. And who doesn't love to be right 100% of the time? So I know I do. My boyfriend just laughed because he knows I'm right 100% of the time. So here's where I thought we would start. I have a video that I include in my Coach Academy. It's really simple. Emerald rank, how to achieve it, what it means. Again, like I said, it's 2 humans who are ready to make a healthy lifestyle change, and we all know 2 people. So who's it going to be? Like I said, some of this is going to be a review for some of you guys who already are Emerald, but I would like to share this video with everyone, and maybe it will sort of give you some ideas on what you can present in maybe a training video that you make down the road. So I'm just going to click present with this. That way I can click on the play button, and hopefully everyone will be able to hear this. And Denny J now. Hey everybody, now I'm going to talk to you. Okay, oops. Was that okay? Was that volume okay? All right, so I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that the volume was okay. There we go.
Hey everybody, now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it means to achieve Emerald rank. This should be one of your goals that you hit in your first month of being a coach. I always tell my new personally sponsored coaches that this should be a goal that you make for within your first 2 weeks of being a coach. It's 100% attainable. I know all of you can do it. And it's a super exciting thing. It's your first rank advancement in this business. So I've got my trusty whiteboard here for you guys again to show you what exactly Emerald rank looks like. This is you. That's Emerald. As a coach, you have a graphical genealogy. You have a left leg and you have a right leg. Okay, that's your down line. These are fancy Beachbody words that you'll end up using a lot more as you become more familiar with the business and the coach terminology. But just know that in order to be an Emerald coach, you would need to enroll one discount coach on your left leg and one discount coach on your right leg. Now, how do you go about enrolling discount coaches? Well, it's the same process as enrolling customers using that Team Beachbody Coach mobile app when you go to enroll somebody with a challenge pack. But before that step happens, you need to have an open conversation with your prospective customer about their options. I have an awesome email template that I will be sharing with you in the comment section below as to how exactly I share the discount coach opportunity. 9 times out of 10, my prospective customers say to me, yeah, Meg, sign me up as a discount coach. Here's why. Because when a person enrolls with a challenge pack, the coach application fee of $40 actually gets waived. So a person can sign up as a discount coach for free when they enroll with a challenge pack, okay? Not only that, but it ensures that they get their shakes at a 25% discount in the future. And if they purchase any other programs, any other products at a later date, they get that 25% off on those as well. And who doesn't love to save money? Everybody loves to save money. So not only is it a win for them in that they're going to save money on their shakes in the future, but it's a win for you because you're building your team, you're building your downline. You always want to present the discount coach first and tell them that they don't have to be a coach if they don't want to. A discount coach does not equal I'm signing up for the business opportunity. But I do always tell my prospective customers that if they do want to coach, if they have a great experience and they think that they might like to explore the business opportunity at a later date, that's something we can discuss later on. So you have your 2 discount coaches, you've got one on your left leg, one on your right leg. Now, here's the importance of continuing to enroll people every single month as discount coaches to continue building your downline. In order for you to maintain your Emerald rank, the person who's enrolled as a discount coach on your left leg needs an order of 50 PV each month. The person on your right leg also needs an order of 50 PV going out each month. What is PV? It's personal volume. And one way for a person to remain active is simply by keeping their Shakeology order. A Shakeology order is worth 90 PV. So, for example, if a person decides that they want to delay their Shakeology home direct order a month, or they want to cancel it all together, this discount coach, let's say this person does not want their Shakeology next month, how sad for them. They, unfortunately, would go inactive, which is why it's important to continue enrolling discount coaches on both your left and your right legs every single month. So not only are you maintaining your rank, but you're building your team, you're building your volume, you're building your income, and you're building a sustainable, thriving business. You're working towards something bigger, and that is growing your business, and helping others. If you have any questions about what it means to be Emerald Rank or how you can achieve it, please comment below.
So, the other thing I didn't mention in that video is that obviously you don't just need a Shakeology order to stay active. I also give my people, if they're like, oh, I have too much Shakeology, which they shouldn't, because you have to be on them and be like, are you drinking your Shakeology every day? How is it? Everything's going. But if they have too much Shakeology, or maybe it's not agreeing with them, XYZ, there are other things that they can order which would amount to 50 PV or more, including the Beachbody Performance Stack, for example, or there are other things, whether it's E&E, which is, I mean, we've moved on to Energize, but, or like Activate, etc. So if a person wants to cancel their Shakeology order, have that conversation with them. Is there something else that might be a better fit for you? So that that person maybe doesn't go inactive, and so that you're continuing to help them maybe in a different way on their health and fitness journey. And I think that's the only extra thing I wanted to mention there. I think. If it comes to me, we'll go back. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and again, this is what Emerald Rank would look like. You have a personally sponsored coach on one leg, on your left leg, and a personally sponsored coach on your right leg. Did I say that right? Left? Right. Okay, yes. So I want to really hammer home for you that these two spots in your downline are prime real estate. Now, what do I mean by that? If you have a significant other, if you have a spouse, if you have a family member, you want one of them to be in these two spots. And here's why. In these two spots, these two people have the ability to accrue all of the volume that builds over time from the discount coaches and active coaches that are placed underneath them in your downline. So, for example, Dakota, my boyfriend, obviously I met him 7 months ago. So when I got him signed up, he's like really kind of far down in my downline. He's not in the most ideal place. He is now working the business, partly because I forced him into it, but also because he now loves it. And so because he's an Emerald coach, he is now cycling. He's earning team cycle bonuses. He's accruing volume from people that have placed underneath him. And had he been up in one of these two spots, he'd be making more, on his cycles, on the volume, okay? So I know, for example, my dad, when I first got started, I was like, Dad, guess what? I'm going to sign you up as a discount coach, and you're going to get Shakeology, and you're going to do a program. Dude never touched the program. He drinks his shakes every day, though. God love him. And I actually started working his business when I first got started. And at one point, I got his account to Diamond and then realized, okay, my focus needs to shift. I want my focus just to be on my business. But my point is that because he was so high up in my downline, he was making more, or I was making more because I was earning the money, but I was making more on those team cycle bonuses because of all the other people that I have placed underneath him, like on my right leg. He's on my right leg. So that is something that you definitely want to keep in mind. It's something you don't want to wait on. You want to get your spouse, your significant other, or a close family member signed up underneath you in one of those two spots because, like I said, it is prime real estate. So the how-to of hitting Emerald in 2 weeks. And this is, something that should be drilled into your brains by now. You need to know and do your vital behaviors. The first one being you need to be a product of the product. So drinking your Shakeology every day, doing your workout every day, and sharing your journey. You need to show others, not tell, but literally show through captive imagery or captivating imagery and through telling a story how your life is changing. It's not going to cut it if you're going to just post a picture of you with your shake, being like drinking my Shakeology for the day, it's not going to cut it if you're just going to post a picture of you in front of the TV saying, day 6 accountability post, I worked out with Autumn, I did the 21-day fix, message me if you want to join me. Like that screams salesy, that screams I'm hiding behind the product. You want to share you, okay? You are the face of your business. You are the brand of your business, and your story is what's going to help other people connect to and relate to you. So really think about how you're going to add value to your posts rather than simply saying, this is what my Shakeology recipe is today. Because I mean, that doesn't mean anything to anyone. We know how Shakeology has changed our lives, our health, etc. And we need to share that, you know, where we were, where we are, where we're going kind of a thing. So yeah, how your life is changing physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, holistically, because of this journey that you've embarked on by breadcrumbing your story on social media. And a lot of what we're sharing in the Crush the Cup page right now, the call to actions, if you're not doing them, go do them, because so much of what we're sharing, the call to actions, are really going to actually help you learn how to breadcrumb your story if you're not very sure as to how to do that already. So attract, connect, invite. And it used to be invite, invite, invite. And I really like that it is now attract, connect, invite, because before you can invite, you have to attract people on social media. And, you know, sort of to speak to what I just said a moment ago about sharing your story, that's how you're going to attract people. You're going to push people away if all you do is spam their newsfeed with pictures of Shakeology bottles and, you know, pictures of your DVDs and pictures of the TV and stock photos. You want to attract people through sharing you, like the real, vulnerable, raw side of you and your journey and what this is doing for you in your life. And also, I just wanted sort of to go back to the being a product of the product. I also want to touch upon one really important thing. If you're being proof that the products work, okay, that's going to build your confidence. This is something Lindsay and I love talking about, right, Lindsay? And one thing that Lindsay and I have talked about, we talked about it at our Cocktails and Confidence gathering about a month ago maybe, was that confidence is not built from like massive successes, okay? It's built from experiencing small successes over time. So, and it's a lot like a muscle. You have to work it in order to make it grow. So yeah, you post on social media, you share, you know, how things are changing, how you're feeling, and you get a good response from it. That sort of, you know, fills your bucket a little. That gives you that positive reinforcement you need to continue doing what you're doing. And, you know, there are going to be posts that totally flop. There are going to be times on your health and fitness journey, and I know this very well because I'm not in the best shape that I've been in since I started my journey, where, you know, you fail. And that's fine, but share those failures and share how you rise from those failures, because that's going to be what people relate to, what people connect to, what really resonates with people. And it's like people are going to give you that good feedback that you need to for you to feel more confident in what you're sharing and in what you're doing. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, attract people on social media. And once you've attracted those people, you want to connect with them. You want to connect with the people who are engaging on your posts. And, you know, first things first, as you're just starting out in your business, you want to connect with your warm market, your family, your friends, your close acquaintances, the people who already know and trust you and like you, right? You know, you have a certain level of credibility with them because they've known you for a while or your whole life. And just tell them what you're doing on this health and fitness journey and connect with those people and new people on their posts. One thing I did today that I didn't know you could do, you guys, I downloaded my friends list. Who else knew you could do this? Have I been living under an effing rock? I've been living under a rock. Okay, glad nobody told me. So there's that. Oh, well, okay. I thought that was going to be really exciting, and it wasn't at all. Anyway, so yes, connect with people on their posts, pick a few people a day and just go to their page and just like give them feedback, like comment on something you can relate to, or try to find a nugget of something you can relate to and comment on it. Add to your network. This is huge. Add to your network, grow your network, and connect with your new people. Don't wait for them to reach out to you, because chances are they won't. Connect with them first, whether it's sending them a message. Hey, thanks for, accepting my friend request. I noticed that we had a few friends in common and I love connecting with new people. So I figured that, I'd shoot you a request. It's nice to meet you. Whatever it is. Okay. And then once you've connected with people and you've formed with people, right, that acronym, family, occupation, recreation, what they like to do, get to know them, then that's when you invite. Just because somebody like comments on a post where, you maybe have said like, reach out to me if you're interested, doesn't mean that, the second they reach out to you, if they reach out to you, or, if they just like your post, that doesn't mean you just like assault them with, so I saw that you liked my post, or, are you ready to do this? Like, do you want in? Like, get to know them, get to know their goals. It's so important too, to understand, like, in this business, once you get started in this business, you're really probably just familiar with one program. And I know that what new coaches tend to do is they typically, just stick with what they're familiar with. And they just try to sell that one program, like, to everyone that they come in connection with. And that's like not the right way to go about doing it. You want to make sure that you're listening to what people's goals are and listening to what their interests are in regards to fitness and their limitations and where they're struggling with their nutrition and their fitness. And you're using the tools available to you in the Coach Online office to make some good, solid recommendations about which programs might be best for them. Don't just assume, okay, I've only been doing the 21-day fix. That's all I know. And that's all this person has been liking or commenting on. So that's what I'm going to, recommend for them. You want to make sure you're hearing that person, because nothing's worse than making that recommendation for a person and then they friggin' hate the program, or they have some kind of an injury and they're not able to do it and they hurt themselves even more. Like, you just don't want that. You want to hear who that person is, what their needs are, and what their goals are. Personal development. This is all about what you need. And I say you need to do at least, like, 15 minutes is the bare minimum of personal development that you should be doing a day. So books, audiobooks, podcasts, YouTube videos. If you're in a Coach Academy, the Coach Academy trainings. Join different Facebook webinars, go on webinars, whatever, like, be doing something every single day that is going to move you forward. And at this point in my business, I'm realizing not only do I need to focus on like my mindset personal development, but I need to focus on business personal development. There comes a point in your business, and I realized it on my own. Nobody told me this, but I'm telling you that the sooner you dive into this, the better. Where you realize you need to start learning more about the business, and you need to start learning more about how you can be effective on social media, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, right now, if you're a brand new coach, your focus really should be focusing on your mindset and diving into things that are going to push you forward as you grow your business. And then, once you have a little bit of a team underneath you, start focusing on how you can lead a team and be a leader and grow your business and teach other people how to grow their businesses too. And then I have, as coaches, it's a part of our job to be growing, learning, and evolving personally. And without personal development, I swear to you, this business is nearly impossible, because what we do every day is we're connecting with people, and that's a lot of energy. We're taking on a lot of other people's energy, and we're helping other people. And we're putting nuggets into other people's buckets. And we need to do that for ourselves too. And I always like to use the analogy, if all summer long you're watering everybody else's garden and neglecting your own, what do you have at the end of the summer? Your garden's wilted, it's shit, for lack of a better word. And you need to water your garden, because if you don't, you're going to be like, deuces, I'm out, I can't do this. But it will be nobody's fault but your own. Like, you have the tools. Anyone can do this job. Anyone can do it. And it can be a whole lot of fun. But you got to fuel your noggins with the good stuff just as often as you're fueling your bodies with the good stuff too. Okay. How to get ready to get out of your own way. I'm like, I can't read right now. Okay, the most common killers of success. Fear. That sneaky little bitch. It's the biggest killer of your success. Fear of failing forward. I mean, okay, can I just tell you that Time Hop and On This Day on Facebook are like, they're the best and worst thing ever, because I look back at the way I used to share things, right? And I see how much I've grown. Like, I mean, I was so salesy in the beginning when I first started this business. And it took falling flat on my face, but, thinking I was doing it right, like thinking that I was like really good at it, but like falling flat on my face time after time after time. And for whatever reason, not really having much fear about falling flat on my face to really learn how to be effective in this business. And if you can just push fear aside and stop telling yourself, I'm going to annoy people. I'm going to, people are going to think that I'm just like looking for their money. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that from my coaches, and it just makes me shudder because, and I say this too several times, like all my coaches are like, you say this all the time, Meg. There are so many people in this world every single night who go to bed praying for people like you to come into their life. And you are doing them a major disservice if you don't reach out to them and if you don't share this opportunity with them, both fitness and health-wise and business-wise. Like, I can't. I get so fired up about it because, okay, I'm moving on because we only have 7 minutes. Self-doubt, the cousin of that sneaky little bitch. I tell my coaches that both fear and self-doubt have no place behind the driver's wheel of the car. They can sit and ride shotgun because they sort of serve as like this like self-defense mechanism, but you need to be the driver of that vehicle, that success vehicle. You can't let them get in the way. They're like whiny, crying little babies that just like nag at you, and they like keep you within the confines of your comfort zone, but like make you smaller than you are. You're so much bigger and better than fear and self-doubt. So just tell that sneaky little bitch and sneaky little bitch's cousin to just sit and ride shotgun and shut the F up. Okay. So, 3, a sense of, I know everything, I'll do it my way. Okay, we have to be coachable in this business. No matter where you're at in this business, whether you're a coach just starting out or you're 15-star diamond, we are always learning. We are always learning, we are always growing. And the moment we start to think that we know everything is the moment that we have just like totally fallen off our rocker, because there is just always something that you can be learning in this business, especially because social media is always changing. Like, even if it's not something about this business, it's something about the way we share what we do that can always be evolving and growing. Doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Another common killer of success. If something isn't working for you, change it. Like, the second you realize this is not working for me, I've tried it 3 to 5 times, it's really not working for me, it's not helping me in any way, it's not helping me to onboard people, whatever I'm doing, it's not working. Maybe reach out to your upline coach, have a conversation with him or her, and figure out where the disconnect is, okay? And honestly, the only thing that you should be fearful of is stagnation. Not if you're going to upset anybody or annoy somebody, but stagnation. You want to continue growing, right? So always be thinking about where and how you can improve. The how-to, goal setting. So you want to hit Emerald in your first 2 weeks of the business. You got to reverse engineer that goal. You need to set goals for how many people you want to start conversations with each day. And I always tell my people, at minimum, three new people. That doesn't mean you're going to have the same 3 conversations 5 days a week. That means you've only reached out to 3 people over the course of 7 days, right? And work from a list, that memory jogger, like have a list of 100 people that you know that you can reach out to. And, obviously be connecting with new people that you have added to your network as well. How are you going to share what you're doing on social media? I have some coaches who are bosses at planning out their posts. Like I personally can't find it within my body to do that, but they've got calendars and they're like, on this day I'm posting about this and on this day I'm posting about that. I'm like, do you, boo-boo? Like it blows my mind that they can come up with that in advance, but maybe plan out some of your posts. What's going to attract people to join you on this journey? Be authentic, be you, share you, and remember, like I said earlier, not to hide behind the products that we share, sell, whatever, because you are the face of your business. You are the person that people are going to connect to. You are the person that's going to inspire them, not a picture of your Shakeology bottle, right? Enrolling a spouse, like I said, a significant other, a family member, or a close friend. And plugging it in on a calendar, you guys. Like, I always get this quote wrong. A goal is just a wish without a date. Did I get that right? Somebody give me a thumbs up. A goal is just a wish without a date. A goal
without a date is just a wish.
I don't even know what I said. Okay. So a goal without a date is just a wish. Yeah. So you got to have it on the calendar, you guys. And that's the one thing that I wasn't doing with my new coaches as I was onboarding them is, I was saying, okay, we're having our getting started right call on this day. We go through everything and I say, okay, 2 weeks from today, you're going to be a shiny emerald, no matter what. You've got it in you. I'm going to give you the tools. You're in the Coach Academy. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. Let's have this first rank advancement happen. And it happens. And it's in large part, I believe, due to the fact that I tell them they can, because you need to instill that sense of belief in that person. I mean, less than a minute. Anyway. B, you need to give them the resources. And C, there needs to be a date. So, and then I just have this last slide. This is just the beginning. And just always remember that literally at the root of everything you do in this business is mindset and hard work. This can't come from a place of being salesy because it will fail every single time. You have to lead with your heart, not your head. Not because you want to rack up Success Club points, but because you want to help people genuinely from a heart place. So that's how to do it. I think that's how most people do it. That's how people on my team have done it, and I believe it's a foolproof system. So I will share this recording, and I will share these slides, and I encourage you to share them with your teams as well. And I just want to thank everybody for being on the call tonight. You all rock, and just continue to crush the cup. I'm screaming.
Thank you, Meg.
You're welcome. I love you guys. You're all awesome. Go kill it. Oh my gosh, look at all these chats. I'm still reading. Sorry. Hold on. I didn't read any of these. Yes.
It was mostly me just being banter. I mean, you know me. I just chat.
I love it. I love it. I just didn't see any of the chats. Yeah, you guys all freaking rock. Okay. And if you guys have any